We have some breaking news just into the newsroom. Reports this morning that former Ambassador Nikki Haley will drop out of the presidential race. This is from the Wall Street Journal, which just reported this news after a landslide Super Tuesday victory for former President Donald Trump. Haley expected to make the announcement a little later this morning in about 3.5 hours. We will bring you that live right here on Fox 32. Haley's exit now leaves Donald Trump as the last major candidate for the Republican nomination.
For sure.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that, I mean, it's like they don't understand. The more they persecute the man, the more of a martyr they make him. It's like you guys you're playing right into his hand.
You would have been better off just leaving him alone. All right, awake. Anyway, friends, we just want to thank you guys for joining us today. So, listen, let's begin with the shocking revelation here, because that one just fell on our lap right before we went live.
Like literally moments.
So let's take a listen to this.
Just over a year ago, I launched my campaign for president. When I began, I said the campaign was grounded in my love for our country. Just last week, my mother, a first-generation immigrant, got to vote for her daughter for president. Only in America. I am filled with the gratitude for the outpouring of support we've received from all across our great country. But the time has now come to suspend my campaign. I said I wanted Americans to have their voices heard. I have done that. I have no regrets. And although I will no longer be a candidate, I will not stop using my voice for the things I believe in. I sought the honor of being your president. But in our great country, being a private citizen is privilege enough in itself. And that's a privilege I very much look forward to enjoying. In all likelihood, Donald Trump will be the Republican nominee when our party convention meets in July. I congratulate him and wish him well. I wish anyone well who would be America's president. Our country is too precious to let our differences divide us. I have always been a conservative Republican and always supported the Republican nominee. But on this question, as she did on so many others, Margaret Thatcher provided some good advice when she said, quote, "Never just follow the crowd. Always make up your own mind." It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party and beyond it who did not support him. And I hope he does that. At its best, politics is about bringing people into your cause, not turning them away. And our conservative cause badly needs more people. This is now his time for choosing.
So Nikki Haley, we just watched her concession speech live on Dear America, and I was absolutely, as Cat Williams would say, flabbergasted to see that when she got to the point of endorsing Donald Trump or not, she decided to say that she's not going to endorse Donald Trump, and it is now Donald Trump's job to convince the people that supported her to vote for him. In other words, Nikki Haley has just proven to be a Democrat plant, that she is going to do anything and everything she can to try to divide the base. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not complicated. When you run a primary and you lose, the ultimate goal is for conservatives and Republicans to take back the White House. What other reason would this treacherous, wicked witch of the West or East, or whichever one was the bad one in Wizard of Oz? I don't know. West, thank you. What other reason? Comment below. Comment below. Do you believe that Nikki Haley is a Democrat plant? I'm beginning to think so, because what you do when you don't lose is you go to the people that supported you and you're like, hey, the majority of the American people have spoken. I'm not it. So I'm asking you to get behind the person that the majority has spoken for, because we have to take back the White House. This chick essentially said the equivalent of the Southern bless your heart, which we all know when you say it like that, it is not a good thing at all. This woman has proven that she does not care about America. She does not care about the future of America. She only cares about herself. And if she can't win it, then she's going to do everything she can to sabotage Donald Trump win, because she actually doesn't want what's best for you. She wants what's best for Nikki Haley. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking you to like this and share this far and wide, because I am offering an olive branch to all Nikki Haley voters. I realize only 20% of you were actually Republicans and the rest of you were Democrats. But for the 20% of people that actually voted for Nikki Haley in these primaries, I'm offering an olive branch. It is time for us to get ready for the general election in November. It is time for us to join together. If you're voting for Donald Trump, comment below. If you think Nikki Haley is trying to sabotage Trump because she's really a Democrat, I'm really starting to believe this to be true. Comment below. Also,
wow. All right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a mouthful.
Like, seriously, she's trying everything she can to
Yeah.
put a stump in the road. And like he said, it's the Southern equivalent of saying bless your heart, which is essentially saying go yourself.
It's pathetic. But the thing is, she has somewhat been showing she is not someone you can actually trust. So this is not like the first time Nikki Haley has lied.
No.
Let me put a video up for you, because when the INC had them vowing, saying that they will support whoever the presidential candidate is, she did vow. And then she went on MSNBC and said what she said here.
Taken the prospect, the possibility of endorsing him off the table at this point?
It's not anything I think about. What I have
But
said
is it off the table, Ambassador? It sounds like you are in a different place. Are people misinterpreting what you're saying? Have you moved to a place where you're no longer planning to endorse him?
Well, I think first of all, if you talk about an endorsement, you're talking about a loss. I don't think like that. When you're in a race, you don't think about losing. You think about continuing to go forward. What I can tell you is I don't think Donald Trump or Joe Biden should be president. I don't think that we need two candidates in their 80s. I don't think we want a Joe Biden who calls his opponents fascists or a Donald Trump who calls his opponents vermin. No one wants that. I think people want a new generational leader that is going to go back to what the American dream is, what we want for our kids, in a place that's something that we can be proud of again.
Let me try it this way. You did sign a pledge, an RNC pledge, to support the eventual nominee. Do you still feel bound by that pledge?
I have always said that I have serious concerns about Donald Trump. I have even more concerns about Joe Biden.
So is that a no? Are you bound by the RNC pledge?
The RNC pledge, I mean, at the time of the debate, we had to take it to where, would you support the nominee? And you had to, in order to get on that debate stage, you said yes. The RNC is now not the same RNC. Now it's
so you're no
Trump's
longer bound
daughter-in-law.
by that pledge.
No, I think I'll make what decision I want to make, but that's.
Come on, man. Make up your mind. This is.
Come on. I mean, I was in the military. I took a pledge, not once, but twice. I even being out of the military, I'm still bound by that pledge until the day I die.
Absolutely. And it's okay if you took a pledge and you've changed your mind. At least give people a reason why you've decided to change your mind. And it's okay, because I'm okay with you saying you love me today and you hate me tomorrow. But if you're going to change your mind, at least
admit it.
Admit it and give people reasons why you've decided to do so. We will still respect you when you do that. But what you're doing here is that 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I'm with you, but I'm not with you. And this is the issue here. And this is the same thing. This type of mentality, this is why you cannot win. This is why you have to be dropped out. The American people can see right through that. Because if you could change your mind just like that and you're unwilling to speak about it, when the power is given to you, what would you do with it? You can say all the stuff you're saying now, but when then you are in a position of leadership, what are you going to do? You're going to change your mind. You're going to start more wars. You're going to do this and do that, which is going to put us in a bigger situation as a country. We can't have that. We can't have that. That's why you had to go.
No,
but again,
this
is nothing new, because there's a history. Listen to what else she says. She's not done.
It's not something I'm thinking about. And I think that while y'all think about that, I'm looking at the fact that we had thousands of people in Virginia. We're headed to North Carolina. We're going to continue to go to Vermont and Maine and all these states to go and show people that there is a path forward. And so I don't look at what ifs. I look at how do we continue the conversation.
Yeah, get ready for this because it gets even worse, right? And again, what she's simply telling you, I can't stand for anything. I have a position today. She's like water. She takes the shape of whatever cup she's in. That's pretty much what she's saying. She's not really a person that I will say is anybody should be backing up. Anyway, listen to this.
And we will get them. But I will not now, not ever, support raising the gas tax. Finally, let's increase the gas tax by 10 cents over the next 3 years.
I would not run if President Trump ran.
I'm Nikki Haley, and I'm running for president.
Every person on social media should be verified by their name.
I never said government should go and require anyone's names.
But what we do know is 65 is way too low, and we need to increase that.
Proclaiming the retirement age is, quote, way, way too low. Where do
I
you
have
stand?
never once said that.
I never said Hillary Clinton was an inspiration. I went with my friend Eleanor Kitzman to a Furman leadership program where Hillary Clinton was speaking. And I walked out of there and I said, I'm running for office.
That's a problem right there. And again,
That's a huge problem. I mean, when you sit there and constantly contradict yourself,
oh my Lord.
it's like, what do you stand for?
Yeah.
It's the old adage: if you stand for nothing, you fall for anything.
Fall for anything. No backbones whatsoever. I mean, the condition in which we're in right now as a nation, there is no way a Nikki Haley would have been a good pick. Not with this attitude and perception of her. This is destructive. This is bad. I'm so glad that she decided to do the right thing. She left. It's like,
well, honestly, it came down to it. She didn't have a choice in the matter because of the fact that Trump won Super Tuesday.
Yeah, that was the end of it. There's no coming back.
That was the end of her race.
I don't know why she kept on riding this horse. And again, it goes back to what Graham Allen said.
Mm-hmm.
She was definitely a plant. She had to be a plant because she kept on. It was like for her, it's stripping away the votes. I don't think she ever thought she had a chance to win. It was more, what can I take away from Trump? You know,
yeah, exactly.
And that was the idea, and I think that was her mission as a whole. But guess what? Doesn't change a thing. Trump is still winning.
Trump still won.
It's ridiculous. I mean, what do you call him? Teflon Don? The more you throw at the man is the more powerful he's become. And I wish the media will actually get this by now, but they keep on inflating Trump. He's like a big balloon, man. The more you talk about him, the bigger he gets. And Trump loves the attention, and he understands even good and positive vibes works in his favor. And I wish people would understand that and stop wasting their time going after Trump in a negative way.
And even the negative energy, he just soaks it up and turns it against him.
He knows what to do, man. And Trump is so good. He would say things like, would you be a dictator? He said, yeah, for one day. And then he went on to say what he said. He knows by him saying that. I think Trump is a lot smarter than we give him credit for. He knows by saying that the media is going to lose their minds. And guess what? The media did lose their minds. And guess what people now begin to do? They begin to check out what else Trump is saying. And this is when you begin to discover, oh, what the media is saying is propaganda. This is the reality of the substance of the man. And guess what? He gets more people to vote for him. So even when the media goes after hating in Trump, oh, he's a racist. Oh, he's got a shoe. And we're going to talk about that shoe today, right? The gold shoe, the gold Trump shoe.
Oh, yeah.
Sneakers.
This sold out.
Yeah. They're trying to make it look like it's a racist thing for black people to love shoes. It's like, excuse me. I got my hands up here.
I was gonna say that's what you guys do.
I have a stepson upstairs. If I show you his room, yeah. I mean, this stuff are still in boxes. We talk about $125 to $300 pairs of shoes. That's a common thing. I'm like,
and most of them have never been worn.
That's what I'm saying. They're still in the box. They're brand new shoes. I'm like, my Lord. I mean, I'll go to New Balance and I'll get something here and there. I don't have expensive stuff. But if you go to the average black man and see what they dress, I'm like, are you out of your mind? It's just a culture. When Trump said what he said, he wasn't lying. Like,
No.
and that's what black people loves about Trump too, the ones that are for Trump, because he's like, yo, Trump is real. And I do have a video where we're going to talk about that as well. So